Welcome to episode 38, 5 things to know before jumping into crowdfunding.
Welcome to the PR Playbook podcast with Ranjini Joshua, the only podcast that teaches you how to strategically navigate the world of public relations and social media and grow a powerful brand.
Hello and welcome to episode 38. I probably don't talk about crowdfunding as much as I should, especially with the amount of experience I have in the field. But the truth is, it's not really the same as it was back in like 2011, 2014, 2016, when Kickstarter was super hyped up and everyone was doing projects. But I was recently really honored to be a part of an awesome crowdfunding campaign called the Nano Filmer on Kickstarter. And when you combine ingenuity and care with preparation, you can really have an amazing crowdfunding campaign. It doesn't always have to do with the PR associated with it. It could be a great marketing avenue for your business if you are launching a new business. And that's kind of what this was. And so I was really inspired to do this because, he listened and he did all the right things and he prepared well and it's going really well. So I'd love to share this information with you today. We worked together pretty closely on the campaign to make sure the page was right and the flow and the rewards, everything was priced correctly. And then we did do influencer relations, media relations, all those things. So today I want to share these 5 things to know before you jump into it. So not the critical things you need for success, which I think I've kind of covered a little bit on a previous podcast, but 5 things to know before heading into it, before making that decision to going into crowdfunding. Number 1, have an active email list. So this is critical to your crowdfunding campaign. If you do not have a solid email list, and if you haven't built your tribe, then it's not going to work. And I think people have an idea that the list is built into the crowdfunding platform or people will just come. It's not true. You really have to have a solid email list. It doesn't have to be all the way qualified, but you really want people who are interested in the product, who have not been misled, but really, really love the product. And it might take you 3 to 6 months to build this email list. So factor that into the timing. And a solid email list, I would say, is probably about 5,000 people. But if you have less people, like 1,000 people, and if they're highly qualified, it may do the trick. So it's quality and quantity mixed together. If you have less quality and you're not sure about them, you need more people. If you have better quality, you may not need as many people. And then also this factors into the price point of your product and how many people you need to back the campaign for it to be successful. So build an active email list, engage them, encourage them to share, build a tribe. This is primary and germane to like a successful crowdfunding campaign. Second, have a great idea. You cannot just crowdfund anything. It can't be a Me Too product. I mean, you can crowdfund anything, actually. I take that back. You can crowdfund anything, but unless you have unique positioning and a unique angle and make it look special, why would someone pre-order it? Remember, these people, they don't have any guarantees that you're actually going to deliver the product. So you have to make it look, 1, as close to production as possible, but 2, also just really interesting. Why would somebody want this product? Why do they need it in their life? 3, kind of ties in with 2, must having a great idea. 3 is create a unique narrative that catches attention. So whether it's a specific feature of the product or what the product does or how it helps you, typically what you want to do is highlight how it makes life easier or how it makes life better and the challenge that you're overcoming to get there. So create a unique narrative that catches attention. Number 3. Number 4, it takes money to make money. Crowdfunding is exhausted both on your time and in your wallet. So please, if you think this is the golden ticket for, building a business and getting a bunch of money, just think again. There's taxes involved, there's spend involved, there's graphics involved. You can't do this alone. So you probably have to get some supportive resources, whether it's digital marketing or PR or management. So it is an expensive endeavor. So don't think that you're going to do something on the cheap. Now, if you are going to do something on the cheap, start building it early and take a longer time to build it. It's not that you can't do a crowdfunding campaign alone, but The success of a crowdfunding campaign is all in the preparation. So if you take a year to build a crowdfunding campaign and then know that you've got everything you need to launch it successfully, that's great. You could do it by yourself and probably with less monetary resources and more financial resources. But more less financial resources and more like time resources. So, but if you want to do a campaign, which I've typically seen within 3 to 4 months or 3 to 6 months, then you are going to have to spend some money. So just keep that in mind. And if you want a great fail, then, take a look at the Coolest Cooler campaign. He underestimated the time, money, resources it would take. And now this guy is kind of like buried in lawsuits. So it takes money to make money. Be conservative when it comes to crowdfunding. You do not want to get caught with your wallet empty. 5, communicate regularly with your audience. So backers need regular communication. If you're honest, transparent, the backers will stick with you through hard times. So take a conservative approach to what you're telling people, engage with them regularly, and know that it's going to take some personal attention. So I guess the biggest thing from this is it takes a lot of personal time to build a quality crowdfunding campaign in the way it's kind of designed to be built. So just quickly, we'll go over the 5 things again. 5 things you definitely need to consider before heading into crowdfunding. Having an active email list, number 1. This is anywhere from 1,000 subscribers or emails and up. Number 2, you must have a great, unique idea. Number 3, create a unique narrative on why people must have your product or must support your campaign. Number 4, it takes money to make money. And this is digital advertising. This is PR. This is project management. This is social media. This is all those things. Number 5, make sure you have the time to communicate with your backers and your email list. So time is a huge, huge thing. It's a huge time suck. And the more aggressive you want to be, that's up to you. But time is a big thing. So those are the 5 key things you should really consider before jumping into crowdfunding. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this was helpful. If you want more detail about crowdfunding and the basics, I have an article on Forbes. Just type in Ranjini Joshua on Forbes and you'll see my article that kind of expands on some of these ideas. And then we also have a few articles on the website about crowdfunding and getting ready. And on our crowdfunding page on www.thesilvertelegram.com, we have a pre-crowdfunding checklist that you could download. It's a free download. You can download it to see exactly what I'm talking about, all the things, all the elements that you might need to consider or have in your pocket before you get into your crowdfunding campaign. It kind of like checks off, okay, I've got all these things. Now you're ready. And if you have any show feedback, as usual, you can email me at podcast@thesilvertelegram.com. Feel free to sign up for a quick call through our contact page to discuss your campaign. I'm always happy to help and give you my advice directly for your campaign. And I like to kind of look at some of the other campaigns that might be in your sphere so that I can give you a nice little comparison. So feel free to reach out to me. You could reach out to me directly as well. It's Ranjini@thesilvertelegram.com. I hope you have a fantastic day. Please subscribe to the podcast. We have some really exciting announcements coming up on DIY PR. Thank you so much for listening. Be well and catch you next time.